Hey everybody, it's my live stream. This is a very special time for me. I want to thank everybody that came. It's kind of an emotional day for me. This has been... Sorry. I'm unemployed today, and that's a good thing. It's actually my first day of my retirement, an excellent day to do this. It's kind of a bittersweet moment for me. Sorry. I didn't think I'd get all emotional. I shouldn't have been playing that music like that. Anyway, I'm going to miss some people that I'm not going to be working with anymore. And I'll still see them. And I want to shout them out first. There's Christy, June, and some of the people I've met along the way. I appreciate it. But I'm not going to get all carrying on here today. Mostly, I'm sorry. Got to collect myself. This is live. I can't edit this out. Anyway, I'm retired now, and I need to spend more time on the channel. There are things I want to do with it. I want to clean up my back lot behind this place. I have a whole lot of plans, and it's going to take a whole lot of time. I'd like to produce, at least a couple of videos a week, and that's going to take some doing. But anyway, yeah, I had all this stuff to say, and then I'm going to get all choked up right at the beginning. Anyway, well, we're here for one big reason, and that's to check out my YouTube plaque. And I want to thank everybody for helping me with that. Twitch streamers have been very instrumental in bringing my sub count up, especially Will Neff, and I appreciate that. Emeru, Joe Bartolozzi has played a part, and a whole bunch of others, and that is appreciated. I'm not really done with me leaving my job yet, now that I've kind of got my act back together. There are some other people I'd like to shout out. There's, I can't even remember her name now. But Rachel, that's another one that I worked with. And, there are people I spend a lot of time with, went through a lot of stress with. And you tend to bond with them after a while. It's not like a regular job. But, it's in the past. And I'm going to do what I like to do, and that's making videos. Probably the last and the newest member of the crew before I left is June. I got a whole bunch of crap back here. I shouldn't call it crap. They're going to get mad because I know some of them are watching me. They gave me a whole lot of retirement paraphernalia. One thing in particular that I wanted to share with y'all was this card I got that is basically handmade, and I'm just amazed at it. I'm going to show it to you over here on this camera. This is handmade. She drew this freehand and got it printed. June, thank you. It's amazing to me that you're wasting your talent on nursing, because obviously you're an artist. But anyway, we'll move on and get on with the rest of the stuff here. I didn't bring any food to review tonight. I was actually thinking about doing that. I'm kind of seeing what people think if I was to do shake reviews live and ice cream reviews, because they really don't fit into the format really well that I'm used to using, and are probably better off being done live. Actually, I was going to go to McDonald's and get that green thing they got, whatever that thing is, and bring it in, but I got to switch cameras, don't I? There you go. There's the master control room here. Anyway, that out of the way. Let me see. I was also going to warn you, there's probably going to be commercial breaks in the middle of this thing. I can't stop YouTube for doing it. I did the best I could do to mitigate it so y'all wouldn't have to put up with it, because I'm not a commercial kind of guy. There's a couple places you're going to be seeing soon. There's the Varsity is real close. That's really not a national chain. I think that's pretty much a Georgia thing. There's one downtown, and there's one in Athens. I want to visit them. And Cane's is close enough for me to check them out. Raising Cane's Chicken Place. I've heard a lot of people say they were no good, and I've heard a lot of people say they were excellent. And we're going to find out soon enough. Do y'all want to get this button? You want me to open this button thing up? I have been waiting all week to open this. I have not sneaked into it, opened it up, and taped it back together or anything. I have waited for this moment. Do y'all want to go ahead and do that now? I'll give you a second. Tell me what you see. Open, open, open. No sneakadoodle. No, I didn't get any food. I ran too long. I actually spent hours and hours just figuring out how to dual live stream and use OBS Studio. I was started about 5 o'clock yesterday. I'm losing my voice. Little Diet Coke gonna fix that. Diet Coke fixes all. And there's kind of a story behind that. Working nights, it does things to your mind. You don't think very good, and I don't have that much time to do things. But yesterday, tired as I was, I went to Aldi's in the evening, and I was starving to death when I did. Joe's hungry, right? Anyway, I stopped at McDonald's. Now, why did I do that? Sometimes I think I'm losing my mind. But I was kind of shocked about how much these things cost and what you're actually getting. And then when I eat it, I just felt crummy all day. Or the rest of the night anyway. So I really didn't get anything done. And then I came back here yesterday in the morning. That was, I forget what day it is now. I went to Walmart this morning. And for some unknown reason, I decided it was a good thing to go to McDonald's again and get a Big Mac meal. You know, that Big Mac meal costs $10 almost now, or actually more with taxes. The prices of food are going crazy. Anyway, so that thing was stone cold, dry. The bread was dry. And this was over in Cartersville off of I-75. I'm just like, for $10, at least they could throw it together okay, or not let the bread sit out all day until it's hard as a rock. But anyway, that's just the state of things. It's kind of bad. Anyway, so I really felt bad after that. And so I didn't get anything. That was yesterday. I didn't get anything done all day. I didn't get out here till 5 o'clock in the evening to try and figure out how to make OBS talk to Twitch and to YouTube at the same time without using a restreaming app, because I don't want to pay for it. And that's why I've got my Twitch people here tonight too. I wish that your chats would all go together. Yeah, I am going to go to Varsities. I'm reading my comments. That's going to happen. I just got to figure out exactly what I'm going to get and how I'm going to take care of that. Anyway, the point is, it took me a long time to get this working, and it works reasonably well. And you can see me changing from camera to camera. I'm not very good at it yet, but anyway, that's kind of why I don't have food, because I'd actually plan on going to McDonald's, bringing my freezer with me and bring it in here and taste testing it. But I'll save that for another stream, because I think I will do streams again, although I'm not really a streamer. I'm more of a video maker and an editor, and that's kind of what I really enjoy doing. I mean, I love streaming. I love sitting here talking to you. I really do enjoy it. You just have to believe that. What else? I think we need to go on and open this box up, because there's things I need to talk about. I can talk about them afterwards. I can take questions. I do love this card, though. That card was wicked. Let's see about this. Let me show it to you on over here. This is what I got. I rubbed out my name and my address so I wouldn't get tortured over it, because the last time I had my name and address on it, everybody was worried that someone's going to come and get me or something. I don't know. I mean, my name and address is not hard to find. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this thing up. Are y'all ready? This is a knife somebody sent me. I wish I could remember his name, sitting right here. This is actually not a cheap knife. I like this thing. This is my box opening knife. It is the official Joe is Hungry box opening knife. Let's see here. So I'll never destroy the box. There we go. Let's get rid of this thing. It's really not helping matters at all. I've never gotten one of these things before. So I got some foam here. YouTube sent me a letter. and a card. There, you can see what that says. This is the card they sent me. I guess Rick is the one that checked it out. And also a very nice letter that I can probably frame. And my goodness. Now, I did see one of these in somebody else's place that has a big YouTube channel. But look at this. I would have thought it'd been heavier than that. The biggest thing I'm going to need help from y'all is where in the world do I put this thing? I kind of was thinking back here, but I'll let you tell me. That was pretty cool. My thumbnail. What do y'all think? One of those pizza boxes. Let me try it in a couple spots and I'll see what you say and then we'll move on. Under the burger light? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I got right here. So it has the light shining on it. You like my new Jimmy John's bag? We're right here. I'm going to go with under the burger light. How about up here? Can you even see it from there? If I put it up there, I'm going to have to add an extra light for it. But for now, we're going to have to set it right here. I don't want it to fall. I need to secure that. But they wouldn't have sent me that unless a whole crap ton of people had not subscribed to my channel. And that I appreciated. Probably not going to get all teary-eyed over that, but, you know, because I really wasn't expecting it. In the beginning, I was shocked that I made 1,000 subscribers. And looking back at my videos, they were pretty rough looking back in there at number 1,000. The wall on your left, right up there, because that's my right from my reference point. Yeah. Oh, let me kill this box here. I don't even know how many people are in the chat here. I can't even tell. Anyway, because somebody. There we go. Yeah, it tells me how many. I like to see how many people are here. I was clicking around on there and messed it up. Cool. The Twitch people, that's what just amazed me about Twitch is I never had any, I don't have any content on Twitch because, mostly I edit and it'd be hard for me to make regular content on Twitch because literally a single video, I chew 2 solid days making one. And I'm going to be filming tomorrow too. I'm going to KFC. I thought I wasn't going back to KFC for a while. I thought I wasn't, but apparently I am. They do something bizarre enough to where I just cannot not do it. So that's kind of what happened today. Let's see what else I have on the agenda. But I do appreciate getting that. I'm never going to see 1 million, so that's probably the last plaque I'll ever get from YouTube. But unless I get really lucky, but I sort of doubt that. Let me see, what else we got? As the channel grows and I have more time to do it, I don't want to try and crank out 3 and 4 videos a week because you'll run out of content and I'll fall into that trap that so many of the other food reviewers do. And I really consider myself that much of a food reviewer as I am a videographer. What we do is a little bit different. But, I'm not going to be reduced to doing potato chip reviews and filler reviews just to have content. That's just not what I'm going to do. Because I think when you're doing that, you're doing it more for the money than you are anything. And it's not really about the money, just as long as it's not costing me anything and it kind of pays for the electric and everything in here, which it is right now. So that's kind of nice. I have got so much crap to catch up on. I have neglected so many things over the last few years. It is just staggering. So then again, like I said, I'm probably not going to see more than about 2 a week for a while, and that'll be doing good until I start getting caught up on things. I can't count all the things that need to be done, and just including doing the studio, because there's a whole bunch of boxes piled up near that front door that need to leave. I'd like to get the front. I'd like to black out those 2 windows in that front door. And I'm thinking about making getting a sign made that's impervious to light that sticks to the glass on my door, and have it "Joe is Hungry" with a YouTube logo. I think that'll be cool for the for the people that are stalking me and looking me up and have found my address and everything. I want to make it easier for them to find me. I don't like people who have to work too hard at their endeavors. Birthday shout-outs. That's another issue that's going on. They are growing. They're popular. Everybody watches them. I've done polls on them and nobody wants them to go away. I've done what I can to mitigate the volume of them. I have them all emailed to me. That way I can kind of check them out and make sure they're not trying to make me say stupid stuff on air. But I think I've talked about that before. I kind of wonder about having live streams just for that. Oh, turn on Super Chat. I'm reading some comments. I'm trying to stay on subject. I don't know if I want to turn on Super Chat or not. I don't know. I was thinking about it, but I don't like to take money from people. I really don't. The ads from YouTube, I have no choice. And then, of course, there's TikTok, and everybody knows how I feel about TikTok. They're kind of a pain to upload to. Because I'll take half of my YouTube video, have to re-edit it, and it's just a trial to get it up there because their copyright checker is broken, and it copyright violates about half my music that is just fine to go on TikTok, and there is no recourse. There is no review process for that. You just send them a message, and they forget about you forever. But and as time goes on, I'm gonna make some shorter content, and maybe I'll make some content specifically Maybe I'll make some content specifically designed for TikTok, since they do help me pay the bills and bring some people over. But the birthday shout-outs, I'm really like to hear about that. And if you have suggestions or questions, email them to me. I can answer them in a video, or I can answer them on live. I asked for questions a day or so ago, and I only got one question in the email, and that came from a fellow named Logan LeMay, and he wanted to know, what is your opinion on the overall price changes in fast food? Do you think fast food franchises will have a lower prices due to people cooking at home? No. Their prices are up because their food costs have gone up for various reasons that's out of their control. And some of the people working for them that come up with some of these marketing ploys and these recipes they're doing are mind-bogglingly bad. For instance, KFC. Now, I'm not going to prejudge them. I may get this thing, and it may be the greatest thing that ever happened. They did make me smile a couple reviews back. I'll give them that. But, like I say, KFC, I don't want to go off on KFC, but, they don't have grade A chicken at KFC. I hope you know that. If you just look up the definition of grade A chicken and pay attention to the chickens you get there, and they have broken bones in them, that is not grade A, that is grade B. And but I don't want to go there. I don't want to spoil my up-and-coming video. Anyway, so, I don't think prices are going to go down. I think that you're going to see more fast food places go out of business or be swallowed up by other companies that aren't very good at running restaurants. And just like we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years, degradation in our fast food outside of a couple places like Culver's has managed to hold their head above water and still produce good food. Well, what else do I have on here before we go to questions? I still answer all my comments. I don't know if you realize that, but I do. And I actually answer the ones, usually when I answer a comment, it leaves my queue. And if you reply to it, I don't see it unless it sends me an email telling me I have a reply. And I usually answer those most of the time. And the comments have always been great. I mean, there's so few negative comments. It's just like when someone finally says something mean, I'm like, I love you too. That happened today. I forget what she said. It's kind of mean. What else? Yeah, I try to limit the birthdays to one household. I don't want to email with like 6 requests in one, because then it fills right up. As long as I'm keeping my birthday shout outs to under 15 seconds, which I'm able to if I really read them really fast, I'll keep doing them. I mean, at some point they're going to get too big. What else? What else we got here before we move on to my questions? See if my sister's compiled any, or I'll read some straight out of there. And I want to give a special shout out to Sasha. If you're watching this, thank you for coming up and visiting me on my last day at work. It meant a lot to me. And of course, when you come, the whole world starts falling apart. People start getting sick. And, there's nothing I can do about that, but it was nice to see you. What else do we have here? And then, of course, there's sponsorships. I get offers for sponsorships every day, and I delete all of them. I really don't want someone's I don't want ads integrated into my video and have to answer to somebody for that. I just, this is, to me, is my little art thing, and I don't want to succumb to that. I did get one that I actually looked at. They had Magic Software. They're actually the ones who own and make my editing software, Vegas Pro. But they wanted to put it to me to do an ad for Music Maker. I mean, I don't make music. I download it and pay for it. I don't have that kind of time. So it would have been nice. I may have thought about it if they wanted me to say something about Vegas. Even though I'm kind of critical about it sometimes, it's a lot more stable than it used to be. It used to be a horror show to use 3 years ago. It would just like crash. But it's actually pretty smooth. I thought about that, but that's the closest I came to doing. I had Toblerone wanted me to do one on chocolate. Y'all heard of Toblerone chocolate. I actually like that stuff. But then again, it's going to be in my video, And I probably have about 150, 200 channels that I'm regularly subscribed to. And if there's commercials you get interrupted in the middle, I usually unsub, even if I like the content. Yeah, I kind of don't. It just disturbs me if it's really short. Now, the weird thing about commercials is Twitch. I'll go into a Twitch stream, a fairly large Twitch stream, and I'll watch a couple TV-like commercials about cars and stuff, and they're not painful, and they go by pretty quick, and they're actually almost visually entertaining. Now, I like that. I don't know what kind of crap they throw at you on YouTube, because, I pay my, $13.99 a month to keep from seeing commercials. Yeah, I've been paying that for years and never regretted it, because I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. Yeah, commercials. Anyway, speaking of all of them, I want to give one more special shout out, and I don't know if he's going to be watching or not, but this is a YouTube channel that I am hopelessly addicted to, and it may seem funny to you that I'm watching truck driver channels, and I've told you all that before, but he's South Georgia Hotshot. He drives around in a truck and a step deck, and he carries stuff all over the place, and I am hopelessly addicted to his videos. I watch every one of them, and if you're watching this, peace out, brother. Good luck. What else we got? What else is on the Joe's Hungry agenda here? Yeah, I can't wait to get my video going and shooting next week and get it going, because I've already picked out music for it, and that's what gets me pumped. I like the music, like running the song before this actually got me a little bit emotional there, and I think got a little bit out of control. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's see if y'all got any questions. My sister usually gets them for me. Oh, yeah. What's your opinion on Wendy's surge pricing? I'm not really sure what surge pricing is. Everybody's prices are going up, and they're astronomical. I am shocked when I go in there, which makes my videos expensive to make. I mean, you're talking $40 every time I make a video, and the revenue is covering that, but still, it's still kind of a shocker, especially when I get some crap that I end up throwing in the trash can. Another question, not a pressure. Papa's Buns, what a nickname. Do you clean your thermometer you use, or do you chuck the bad boy in the back seat? No, I clean it. I do not chunk it in the back seat. I've got 2 of them. I got a backup in case the battery goes dead while I'm working on it. Oh, and John Beard asks if you've ever reviewed Waffle House. Actually, yes. One time I reviewed Waffle House. It was like, I can't remember. Maybe it's the 2nd or 3rd or 4th, 5th, 6th video I did on food. I actually plopped myself down in Waffle House, I-75 and 411. Put my little cameras up and my cell phone up on the counter. I don't know if they were aware of it or not. And I sit there and I shot a video. It was kind of a strange thing to do. That was back before I had any idea what I was doing. Let's see here. Oh, let me see. Ji-Young, the artist, has joined the channel. Ji-Young, hey, I miss you. You take care of yourself. I'll be seeing you soon. Let me see. I got another question here. Andre, as a burger lover, I need to ask, what place has the worst burgers in general? I have to think about that. Hardee's was getting in the pits here pretty badly lately, but they've all gone on business. They've all gone out of business in the area. I mean, I have to drive quite a ways to get Hardee's. They just are absolutely tanking. But I think the worst burgers, my mind starts wandering off to Crystal Burgers, because they had the lowest score up until Duncan came on the scenes and started trying to make food, which they have been unsuccessful at. A good Crystal, I don't mind. The burger is so bad. So I'm going to have to probably have to kick Hardee's around a little bit, since they're not around to defend themselves. And Sean wants to know what my job is. Well, Sean, I'm unemployed. I quit my job yesterday. I've been working as a nurse for 36 years, and I don't plan on going back anymore. I'm going to do whatever I feel like. I'm going to crank out videos. I'm going to do live streams if there's enough people to come and watch them, and that's what I'm going to do. Let's back up here. Okay. To make a moderator on Twitch, type oh. Okay. I thought you were a moderator. Let's try that. I'm supposed to be my sister. I didn't make her a mod, but I got somebody on Twitch being a mod for me already, so I'm not really that worried about it. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I did. Liz, you're a moderator. All right, where was I? I gotta go. I gotta read my questions here. I'm gonna get through them. How long's this been going on now? Let's see. I've lost my place. Here we go. Marcos. I don't know if someone's asked you before, but would you ever do another Massey's Pizza review? Every time I go home, I think about that, and yes. I think I want to do a sub review on them. I did a sub review, but it was on the tail end of the pizza review that I did years ago that is the namesake of my still thumbnail. And they were 9.8. And I love their subs, and I think I underscored it when I was there the first time. So, yeah, I want to go back and do that. I'm just trying to figure out how. I think I want to do it in a restaurant because I'm not going to have my studio up there. I think I want to bring my scales and everything with me and sit right down there at the table near the front window and knock one out, and they won't care. They don't care. They love me there. Obviously, I gave them a hell of a good score. But more than that, their pizza is that good. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Wow, I can't even read that one. Bulldog Tommy? Yeah, Bulldog Tommy. Okay, I got it. I'm a smart boy. Do you usually hide on the video the extra purchase of the item that you do the sneakadoodle bite? Yes. Yes. That's why it says sneakadoodle bite. In the beginning, when I started doing sneakadoodle bites, I had several different methods that I did that. I would actually do all my stuff, run in and get another one, but that let everything age too long in the car. Because remember, when I come out of that drive-through, I do the temperature test, I do my sneakadoodle bite, bam, I'm out of there. There's no sitting around. Or I'll have to go. I usually come out and shoot some thumbnails. I used to shoot my thumbnails first so I could get out of there quicker, but I kept having all these drama issues, either with people coming out and talking to me or messing with me, and it would mess me up and I'd forget to do stuff, and it was just a pain in the butt. But anyway, yes, I used to do that. But now what I typically do is I'll go up and order, can I have 3 of those? And they'll say, yes. Is there anything else? Yes. Can you make it 4? And I cut that out. So if you pay attention to the price, it's usually a lot higher than it should be. And it's surprising that more people don't pick that out. All right. What else would you do? Krispy Kreme. That's what you go by? You buy 3 food orders in the drive-thru, but usually... Oh, let me read it out too. You buy 3 of the food orders in the drive-thru, but you usually have a 4 in the sneakadoodle bite. Do you go back around to the drive-thru? I just answered that. No, I don't. Call me... I love trying to say some of these names. Some call me Swaff. Are you going to review Cheesa tomorrow? I've already written the intro script. I was actually going to shoot it after this live stream, but typically the live streams I'm usually tapped out and I don't even look at the cameras, and it takes me like an hour to put all the cameras back in their configuration for filming, because filming is completely different. I use a different mic. Hey, by the way, do y'all like this microphone or not? Does this sound better? Because the condenser mic that I film overhead with when I'm making videos just doesn't sound very good in a live stream. And I don't really know why, but it doesn't. What else do we got? Let me see. Are you going to review the cheese? I can't even remember. Mutanite Gaming? Oh, what inspired you to make YouTube? I like to spend money on cameras. And with YouTube, you can buy 3 or 4 of them, or even I have 9 now. Or actually, I have 10 cameras. I can't use them all, though, because you can only take so many camera angles. And that was part of it. And a big part of it was a personal challenge to see if anybody would actually look at my videos in the first place, because there's like a gazillion food reviewers out there. I mean, it is a crowded market, I'm telling you. So I wanted to make something that they weren't doing, but kind of doing the same thing, but make it so much trouble none of them would even try, because they're so time consuming. And I wanted to have good equipment. I wanted my stuff to look good, and it's still not where I want it yet. I still need to figure out how to make better pictures of close-ups of food. I'm still working on that. And I've also tried a new camera angle. If you look in the last video, in the bite test, I had 2 cuts in there that were like an angle never before seen in the Joe is Hungry bite test. And you'll see it. It's a camera that went side by side, and I actually had the camera on the dolly rolling toward me. Let me go. I love answering these questions. These are good questions. What else we got? Bass Boom 1337. Have you ever been to Germany? No, I've never been out of the United States, except I drove into Canada about 3 miles and turned around and came back in the wintertime because it was cold as hell. And I went to Mexico once over in Nogales, and I was afraid somebody might do something to me. So I went around a little bit. We actually stopped and ate in a restaurant, and then we bolted out of there. Do you ever want to film different content? Actually, yes. My first channel is called Joe Fixes It, and I haven't made a video in that in 3 years. And that is mainly focused on working on my Volkswagen diesels, and sometimes I work on my mower and some other stuff. I like doing that, and that's why I actually have so many GoPros, because Using DSLRs and point and shoots while working on your car is not a good idea. You will break them, and they are not cheap. I guarantee you. So yeah, there's that content. If something else comes up, I'll do it. Let me see. Scan Fan Ed. Joe, where is your studio located? Is it basic like a garage or a workshop? Over your right shoulder, it looks like an access door. You would be correct, Mr. Scan Fan. This used to be a wrecker service, this building, and it sits on 2 acres of property. It's in Fairmount. It's on a major road. And not that I'm going to invite people to come out and stalk me or visit me. People are welcome to come by. But I'm probably going to have some signage on the front of it that actually says, Joe is hungry. I think that'll just be cool. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I was talking about with my first channel, the Fixes It, where I work out in my shop mostly. I don't work in here. This is an office for it. This used to be the office, and I've taken up the corner and made my little makeshift studio. What else? Okay, so that answers your question. VP, now that you're retired, would you consider doing movie reviews or reactions? Possibly. Because I like live streaming, but I can only sit there and talk about my channel so much. And it's been a little while since I stream and have a lot on my chest I wanted to get off. I'm very emotional about it. In fact, I want to shout everybody at work again because I kind of just totally mucked it up. But that would be something to do. I wanted to do reactions to food reviews, but I ran that past my wife, and she wasn't thinking it was such a good idea because I probably would be less than kind to a lot of people. And I don't want to make somebody that makes videos have a harder time doing it because it's hard enough as it is. And it is an art form, and everybody does it different. But and I don't really, and I don't watch food reviews. I will not watch them. One, because I don't really find them that interesting anymore, and second of all, it will jade what I do. It's like this KFC thing. Okay, yeah, on the surface it looks pretty ridiculous, and it might not be. I could be wrong, but it's. I broke my train of thought. I got to quit trying to read stuff, but it will affect what I do. So I don't know what they're saying about it. I don't know if they're slamming it or not. I have no idea. But it's funny. A lot of times I'm not that far off from what a lot of other people say about it. And yeah. All right. Let me catch up on what camera do you use, Jeff? What camera do I use? The one I'm talking into now is a Canon 90D. And let me flip over here. This camera is a it's a Rebel SL3, and then I have another camera that usually sits on that side that's an SL2. You can't do live streams with the SL2 because you can't get the stuff off of it, or the writing. Anyway, let me flip over back to here. And let's go over here. And do y'all mind me reading these questions? If y'all are getting bored with me, let me know. I'll get out of here. I don't want to hold everybody up. There's still 272 people here. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people for me. Let me get over here. Let's see what else we got. I like these questions. These are pretty good questions. These are kind of new. What do you consider? What camera do you use? Madison Mitchler. Do you buy Sneakadoodle Bite as you're ordering the other three, or do you go in and buy the first one? The first one I actually did do that. The first Sneakadoodle Bite, I remember it very well. It was Popeyes, and it was that little strawberry biscuit. I actually went in and bought one first, and I was horrified that these things were no way made within the last few hours. And I got little cups, just a pile of them sitting on the counter. I just it didn't oh, we're going to pull a hot one out of an oven for you. They just give me your money. Give you your change. There you go. Bye. I'm like, holy crap. But that's what started me doing the Sneakadoodle Bites, because I didn't believe, I thought I was going to take some flack because they thought they got stale riding home. That's not the case. But no, I actually ordered it all at the same time. I think I answered that a few minutes ago. I ordered them all at the same time. They added out the edition. Let me see. Back up. We're getting behind. I got to read faster. Sergeant Crab, what is the lore behind the Sneakadoodle Bite? Are you talking about me and my alter ego, or my doppelganger? We don't get along. I mean, he can be kind of a prick sometimes, but we've been patching it up lately. But I think that's pretty fragile. That's pretty much the lore on that. There's other lore in Joe is Hungry. There's this little guy. We haven't seen him in a while. That is Joe Blink. That was sent to me by a user that made that thing, and he doesn't have any eyelids, and I'm kind of afraid of him. I think he's going to kill me and take over the channel. What else we got? Joe Bro 10. What sort of distance do you travel to find new locations? I typically stay within a 35-mile radius, depending upon the food. Some things age better than others, like Freddy's. I wouldn't want to carry that very far because Freddy's does not age well. It is very good, but it does not age well. And in fact, I ate at Freddy's the other night. I just went in and ate, and I wasn't very happy with it. I mean, the burger was all right, but I don't like their shoestring fries very well, and they were not hot. So I was kind of like, what's this about? So I don't know. Anyway, went off on a tangent. What's your favorite place to eat in Georgia? In Georgia, the favorite place to eat, I like to go to Marietta Diner, but that's not really fast food. The fast food would probably be Culver's. They're the most consistent. How did you find Massey's Pizza? Massey's Pizza, I found that when I was 16 years old. My brother and his now ex-wife worked there, and after we get off at work 11 o'clock at night, we'd drive into Reynolds, or actually into Whitehall, and get Massey's Pizza, and that's where I learned about it. And it was the only place there. It didn't have a dining room. You just walked in and get it and eat it in the parking lot. They put them in these big paper bags, like up there. That's the paper bag they used to come in, and they were awesome, and I've been eating it ever since. Have you ever thought about a gaming channel? My wife was thinking about doing a gaming channel. She is hardcore gamer. 7 Days to Die. Probably a lot of y'all don't play that. I don't know. That's what I know. She plays other stuff. I've seen her play Overwatch, but she is like horrendous with those things. I think I could make her a channel. Do you ever review Chinese food? I sure want to. There's this Chinese restaurant up in Jasper that I'm just crazy about. I think I'm going to review their chicken egg fuyung. That would be good, because I know it's going to be good because I eat it all the time. From John, are you going to get any new Volkswagens for your retirement toy? I just got one about 3 months ago. I got an 89 that runs good, except I got a turbo diesel as a part out here that's been sitting there for a year and a half because I don't have time, because I'm making YouTube videos all the time. Yeah, and then I've learned that there's a parts car up in North Carolina that they don't want a ton of money for. I'm thinking about getting. I got to read faster and faster and faster. Eamon 327. What's the best fast food restaurant you ever ate? Probably Culver's, in my best memory, anyway. Listening only, shoot stuff. What program do you edit with? Vegas Pro. I'm on version 21 right now. They're due for an update pretty soon, and it's been pretty stable. I have a 4090 Ti card and an i9 computer with 64 gigs of RAM, and it's a beast. Actually, I changed it out my 3090 Ti. Some guy wanted to buy it, but I haven't sold it to him. We haven't really agreed on a price yet, and I really don't want to get rid of it because it makes a nice spare card. Ken S., how often do you get recognized at the drive-thru, and how do you think that influences your review? It actually can. More now than I used to. This last Wendy's thing, they recognized me there, and it makes me feel bad if they give me, if I don't give them a good review because I know they're watching it. I feel a little bit bad, but it doesn't influence my score at all. I mean, actually, they knew I was there, and they're going to give me something substandard, knowing full well what I'm going to do to it. Yeah, I'm not real happy with them, and then I have to avoid going to that location for like 2 years. And that's what I did, and I come back, and it's still the same people working there. What can I say? That was in Georgia 20 and I-75. Let me see. Ryan Smith, can the reheat the next day reviews occasionally come back? I think so. I do. I really think so. I think I'd like to try that. I got to come up with some good parameters on how I'm going to reheat it. Am I just going to microwave them? Am I going to air fry them or what? I don't know. That's something to toy around in the back of my mind. I haven't had time to do anything new while I was working, because when you work 3 days on 12-hour night shifts, day 4 is screwed. Day 5, you're just starting to function again. Day 6, you got to film. 7, you edit. 7, and then you're back to work, you know. So anyway, I got to read faster. John Thrope, what's the lore behind Shadow Joe? I think I said that. It just started. He just aggravated me one time, and I said something to him, and it just didn't go well. I don't know what his problem is. I thought I knew him, but I just don't know. You know, I don't know where we're going with that. I just don't know. Casinos, cruises, and tours. Have you ever chewed on the idea of adding any new features to your videos? The Sneakadoodle Bite is newer. Yeah, I try to think of things, but a lot of them I don't think they're going to be relevant. And a lot of the things I added were just almost by accident, and then it got popular. Like the bite test. I just did that to irritate my brother one time, and people liked it. And it kind of expanded. So a lot of the stuff I just like tripped on. What's that red plastic red stuff by Blinky? Joe Blink, not Blinky. Are we talking about my chicken leg or my ceramic steel? That's huh? Now you know. All right. Now my chicken leg's on the loose. All right. RYK, do you find yourself reviewing food even when you're shooting a video? When you're not shooting a video? Oh, yeah. Every time. I'll ruin dinner. We'll go out with the wife and I'll ruin dinner. Because I'm like, this isn't right. Or I went to Biggins Barbecue, our favorite barbecue place in the whole world. I was up at Biggins, and the French fries weren't cooked all the way. And then these guys are not cheap, and they're like top notch. And I'm like, the fries are no good. This isn't hot. Yeah, I'm no fun to go eat with. Fire Truck, have you ever considered reviewing Chili's or Applebee's? It might be hard to review. Yeah, I've thought about it. You'd have to go in and take it out. That's all. When I get to doing it, then something else comes up, something bizarre, and it's like KFC and their pizza chicken. It's just so bizarre. I just cannot pass it up. Words. How would you do the weight consistency test after a Sneakadoodle Bite? The Sneakadoodle Bite, it's extra. Usually by the time I get to do my weight test, there ain't nothing left to weigh. Rex Vermis, what's your opinion of Cookout? Have you ever had it? Yeah, I like Cookout. I used to eat Cookout all the time. When I commuted back and forth to Ohio, I would stop. There was one up in Tennessee that was excellent that I stopped there. There's another one up near Lexington, Kentucky. Richmond, Kentucky had a nice one. The one here in the one here in Calhoun, I refused to go to. They were jerks to me. They were jerks. They were probably the worst anybody has ever treated me when I was shooting videos. Ozzy Ollie, how many people do you have on the birthday list? I've been running about 19 or 20. I'm not going to get them all on this time. I've already made my script up, and I've got about 8 or more left. Okay, what was the best item, the worst item that you reviewed as far as you remembered? Massey's Pizza, and at the top and the bottom tier would be... Dunkin', that tomato pesto garbage that they palm off for an extraordinary amount of money. Have you ever had any fan interactions besides the ones you show in your videos? Oh yeah, sometimes I just don't have my cameras on, or they don't want to be filmed, but I like to film them. The one at Taco Bell, I have no idea who she was. She just happened to be there, and I'm like, hey, you want to be in the video? And she did. Am I talking? I'm talking fast because I'm trying to read through these things. Super Ultra Combo. Which country would you want to do food reviews in outside the U.S.? I would like to go to Great Britain. I would like to go to Denmark. There's a whole bunch of them. France would be interesting. But I like to stick to fast food. What kind of a nurse are you? Did you work in a specific unit? I have been a medical surgical nurse and also cardiothoracic. I've worked in hospital my entire career. The first 17 years were on the floor. The rest of it has been in intensive care, 5 years in a cardiothoracic/surgical ICU, and then up in this end of the state in small medical ICUs. And yeah, I don't do it anymore. Sliding past me. My sister is trying to kill me with these questions. Does Joe watch anime? Used to 20, 30 years ago, but don't anymore. Lovely Donut. Is there a spread or something that shows the best price per ounce? Is there a spreadsheet? It's just 40 to 90 cents. I haven't kept a spreadsheet on anything because that takes time and I haven't had any time. What's the fast food place you wish there was one near your location? Oh, that's easy. Come on. Not Whataburger. It's In-N-Out. I wish there was an In-N-Out here. I really do. I've had them. They're great. I've never reviewed them. The last one I ate at was in Tucson, Arizona. What's the fast? Okay. Do you like Sonic? They're okay, but they've kind of like fallen down lately. The franchisee that owned the franchise around the area, he sold his franchise to somebody else, and they're not as good. Okay, not Steve. Do you ever slide the Diet Coke off the table? Not very often. I have before, but no. I have some backing along there, and it's white cardboard to reflect light down. It usually stops on that. The table's really slick. It just goes, yeah. I don't have a problem with that, except that one video where where it blew up on me. And I covered myself with Diet Coke. I could not put that in. Okay, what else? Ashton Claire, Joe, I know. Do you enjoy soap? What's your favorite kind? Castile soap. Actually, I do. I buy Castile soap on Amazon. This big giant packs of it because you can't really find it in the grocery store, and it's fairly benign. It doesn't make your skin itchy. Jonathan Day, do you ever stop eating a while before the review so you don't overeat? Yes, I do. Actually, I have a little bit of a snack, so I'm not so dizzy hungry I can't do my review, but you don't eat much. I used to try and do 3 reviews in a day, and I'm usually sick by the end of the day because I can't fake eating. I'm not going to chew it up and spit it out. That's stupid. Chelsea Tooley, have you ever tried Frisch's Big Boy? It has been so long ago, I forgot what it tastes like because I used to live in Ohio, remember? And there are Frisch's up here, but none down here. David Keene, how about your wife test? Have you ever given her have her give her opinion? Oh, actually, I do. I'll bring some stuff to her and let her taste it and see what she says. But she won't be on the video. She refuses to sit in front of the camera. She came to me on one video and sat out of frame on a Taco Bell video years ago, back when my videos were still very unstructured. Anyway, Kyan Dason Beatty, a big fan. All of my roommates watch your videos religiously. We've taken reviews. As a Southerner, what is your honest opinion of Cracker Barrel? I like Cracker Barrel food, although I like Cracker Barrel food. I haven't been there and reviewed them for a very long time, usually because there's a lot of drama associated with that. They've tried to run me off the property once when I was shooting part of my video in the parking lot, but the other times they didn't really bother me. But I like their food. I like to sit down and eat there, but I have not eaten there in a very long time. Don't eat out that much. What's the worst reviewed in your? What is the first restaurant reviewed in your area? That would have to be, I've said it before, Dunkin'. I don't see how they stay in business. What's your lowest score? I think that's 1-2 something. My people in Discord will know that. They keep up with all that. Narcolepsy. Nice name. Joe, what kind of... My kid wants to know, why do you not wear your seatbelt? I wear my seatbelt all the time when I'm driving. Sometimes I'll leave it off when I'm going through the drive-thru and there's no traffic there. There's nothing I can hit, and I do not exceed more about 5 or 6 miles an hour. And that way I can move around and not knock things over, like my seat camera. Sorry, I don't want to upset him. I'm not going to get killed. I am a religious seatbelt wearer. I tell you, I've used them before. They've saved me from getting impaled on my windshield and breaking my neck as my car rolls over, which I've done. Okay, what do we got? Spledger, I can't even read that one. Who has the best drive-through burger? That would be Culver's, hands down. Oh, it's that Vorpalos. What do you enjoy, Dairy? What do you enjoy, Dairy Queen, and what's your favorite Blizzard? I haven't eaten a Dairy Queen in a long time. Actually, they were had a red velvet one I wanted to do, but I never got around to it because was still working. But that's what I want to do. What do you think about me just doing a drive-through and doing a couple different ice cream reviews? That would be cool. And just not have the thing go on too long. Okay, I'm just keeping up with these. Y'all are like, hit me with questions. I live in Tucson. Do you enjoy it here? I don't live in Tucson. I love Tucson. We have a house in Tucson. It's rented out, and hopefully my tenant's not watching. But 2 or 3 years, I may clear out and occupy the house that he's in. But hopefully he's not watching my live stream right now. Ashton Clear, do you like soup? Absolutely. I did a soup review not that long. I did a soup review at Panera. It's been a couple years ago, but and they'd had good soup. It's just very overpriced. What was your best experience at your job? At my job, my best experience? I don't know. I mean, my job is pretty roller coastery kind of thing there, emotionally and busyness wise. I can tell you some of my worst experiences, but I don't even want to go into that. My best experience? It happened about 2 days ago. I worked my last day, and people were very nice to me when I left. Do you like to cook? Yeah. My wife doesn't like me to cook, though. Dang. Corey Bennett. Found you watching Will Neff. Great stuff. Favorite onion rings? Ooh, you asked me these hard questions. I like the onion rings at Marietta Diner if you're down this way. And yeah, I love Will Neff. Will Neff is probably one of the nicest people that I've met so far in my video career. They actually communicate with me. Let me rephrase that best experience at work. Besides retiring, and that would have to be counting narcotics. Let me explain something. When you work as a nurse, you have to, the DEA requirements, you have to count your narcotics, make sure nobody's stealing them. And we have to count narcotics every week. And probably my best experience was counting narcotics with Jiyoon. She is very entertaining. She is Korean, and she counts in Korean and then has to translate it to English for me. And it's entertaining to see. Yeah, Jiyoon, I missed you, and I don't know what I'm going to do without counting with you at night. Oh, my goodness. Let me get back to the questions. I saw that. She kind of caught me off guard. There you go. I got to get caught back up here. How often do you cook at home? Every day. I got some rice. We made some rice. I'm going to put some stuff on it. If you make rice, you can kind of like add stuff to it. And you don't have to have a major meal every time. Do you turn your car off when ordering to not have the engine get in the way of the audio? Absolutely. And more, not so much for the engine noise, but the vibration. Because I don't have image stabilization turned on in my GoPros when I'm filming. And there's a real good reason for that. When you're driving your car and making turns, the inertia will throw the image stabilization off, and it'll make, when you turn right, it'll pan left, and so it'll like go off looking at the side of the car when you go around the corner. I had that actually happen in the Taco Bell video, the one before last. And as a little secret, there are parts of that drive-through that were from a whole completely different video, because my forward camera, I had forgot to turn the image stabilization off, and I was like cursing because every time I go to that Taco Bell, I have some sort of a camera failure. I don't know what's going on with that. Where we at? James Braswell just joined the stream. An observation: you seem to rate fast food fish meals higher than others. Do you agree? No, not really. Usually when I get fish, I already know it's going to be good, because I'm not going to go to a bad place on purpose to give bad reviews. I don't like to give bad reviews. I give a lot of bad reviews. I don't like doing it. I think a lot of fast food review people, which I really don't communicate with, will tell you that good reviews get more views, and but I'm not going to do that. No, I don't think so. I've had some fish that was terrible. I had, you know, who held the crown for the lowest score was Crystals. Their crystal fish lent like 3 years ago. I think I fondly described that as dumpster fodder, but it wasn't quite as low a score as Duncan achieves. Duncan's good at getting low scores. Let me get back up here. I'm going to get behind in my questions. Joe Mama, what's your favorite fast food chicken sandwich? Culver's has a good one. I would have Culver's chicken sandwich. I'm not a big fan of chicken sandwiches. Not anymore. Not after doing I did a whole slew of chicken sandwich reviews, and it kind of like turned me off. I actually I think I paid like $4 or $5 a piece for each one of these chicken sandwiches. I threw 8 or 10 of them away in the trash. Bren Melican, if you could go back in time and taste any food from history, what would you taste? Wow. Y'all are requiring brain power, man. You know, you're asking me some hard questions. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't know what I would do. Moonshot. Who's the best fries? Who has the best fries? Probably McDonald's, the most consistent. Wendy's used to have really good fries, and I think they may have gone back to them, but I haven't been to Wendy's for a while. They had these things that tasted like you could have that potatoy taste about them, but all these fast food chains decided to start breading them with real thin, clear breading that made them crispy. So they sat there and were crispy longer after they cooked them, and it just ruined them all. But Wendy's would beat them on that, and I think In-N-Out. I think In-N-Out probably beats them all. Not a huge fan of fries from Five Guys. They just give you a lot of them because, you know, those are not parboiled. They're cooked straight. A lot of them are parboiled. If y'all know y'all know what parboiling is. Works. How do you feel about gator tail and boiled peanuts? I don't like boiled peanuts, and I've never eaten gator tail. Lazy Peep. Were your ex-coworkers aware of your YouTube channel? Oh, yeah. I made sure they all knew. Yeah, in fact, some of them are watching me right now, so I'm not going to try not to say anything stupid. Katrina, fast food account. Where do you find the music that you use in your videos? Is that the kind of music you typically listen to? I really don't listen to music except in my videos. And my latest place is Epidemic Sound. They seem to be a bottomless pit for music that I like. Those 2 songs that I played at the very beginning of this video, I've used those before. And I picked them specifically because I liked them. But one of them kind of got me all choked up in the very beginning. And, you know, I got a little emotional. And I was going to look stupid in my video. /follow best national pizza chain. Massey's isn't a national pizza chain, so Pizza Hut, thin pepperoni lover. Pizza Hut, I think would probably take that. They're all conveyor oven pizza though. I like. No. Pizza Hut. Knock them off there. That would be Mod Pizza. They're a national pizza chain. Mod Pizza's the place to go. Absolutely the place to go. Far better. It is steel deck oven pizza. It's not conveyor oven pizza. Oh, wait a second. I'm getting too fast here. What's music? Okay, here we go. Holloman, it's Half Demon. Besides Culver's, who has the best customer service? I don't know. They're all suffering. Freddy's, except I was a little bit disappointed in eating there the other day. What's your a Cooper fan? What's your favorite music artist? I remember you mentioned Blue Oyster Cult on Discord. Yeah, Blue Oyster Cult. I like them. I like the Who. Pretty much 70s stuff. Neil Peart's probably the best drummer of all time. What's your favorite fast food cider snack? Actually, fry seasoned chicken wings at Checkers, probably the better ones out there right now. Nitro Thunder, consistently Little Caesars receives your highest rating. Is there any possible bias? No, I have no vested interest in Little Caesars. I like their thin pizza. It kind of has a buttery taste. they just always been fairly consistent. Now, I haven't always given them good scores. That pretzel pizza, that thing was awful. They don't always get good scores. Have you ever played video games before? Yeah, I used to, like 25 years ago. Never played RPGs. I played strategy games like Command and Conquer. Abe 23, how long is like editing time on an average video with all the cuts? Anywhere from 12 to 18 hours. It usually is closer to 18 hours. John, happy retirement. What's your favorite memory at work? I think I already said that. That is Counting Narcotics with G. Jung. Probably one of the more entertaining things I've done in my entire career since I went into nursing. And even clear back to before I was born. She torments she torments me too. So it's a bittersweet kind of an interaction. Where are we at? Happy retirement. Where are we at? Best fish sandwich. Culver's. I just did it. It's a 9.0. Which Massey's had? Okay, Duke Man. Which pizza better? Little Caesars or Domino's? Little Caesars. Price better. Awesome May. What is the restaurant you refuse to ever set foot in again? I don't think there is one, but it'll be hell's going to be pretty close to freezing over before I go to Cookout, and that's just because they were jerks to me over there in a monumentally bad way. I don't even want to go into it. I've told that story before. My goodness, how are we at? Is everybody run off and got tired of listening to me yet? I'm like ripping through questions. How do you feel about Bojangles? I like them. They're all right, but their stuff too spicy for me. Let me go back over here and get the sorted questions so I can read them quicker. Y'all getting tired of me yet? Let me know. Let me jump over here and see if the Twitch people haven't ran away yet with their lives. No, they're still here. Okay, back to questions. Y'all like these questions? More questions. Tell me more questions. We'll keep going. I'll look right here. I'll give you a second because I know it takes a minute to answer. No TV set show recommendations. I haven't watched TV in like 3 or 4 years. All right. Joe podcasting? I could. I mean, there's a lot of things I could do. I want to go back in and do another live stream with Will Neff where I'm going to be more organized about my food, where I can have, because I finally made 2 cameras work at the same time. You saw that. If I could just do it without looking down there, I'd have it made. Oh, now I'm looking at the wrong camera again. So I need somebody in a control room to do my camera angles. My mic's peaking. It is. Well, let me see if I can fix that. Is it too much? I can fix that. Let me. Y'all think my mic's peaking too much? It's clipping. Tell me, and then I'll go back to ripping through some of these questions as fast as I possibly can. Just send the birthday shout outs to me through my email. And I don't have any suggestions for okay, I can fix that real easy actually. Where are we? We need you, and you. I need to fix my clipping. We'll send you down to 12. Come on, daggone you. Perfect. Now, that should fix that. Let me go back. I got yelling. I get excited. I'm old. Here we go. Oh, my God. Now I'm getting behind on my questions. Okay, what is it like? How long? Okay, A3, I did that. John, happy retirement. What is your favorite work memory? Told you that. Count with June. I just look forward to it every day, to be tormented by a very young person that's much smarter than I am. Glitch Coin. Best fish sandwich. I did that. Duke Man. What's a better pizza? It's okay. I've got to catch up. I lost my place. What's your favorite? What's a food you're excited to try next? God, nothing. Oh, I want to go Cane's because I've heard things. I want to go to Varsity. I've never been to Varsity. I'm going to try Varsity. So that's coming. There's all sorts of good things coming. There's different things I want to change. There's like the reheat thing. I'm still thinking about how I'm going to do that because I have more time. Okay, Lincoln Humphreys, do you have merch? I have no merch, nothing. That's another project I have to do that I've been putting off because I worked. I'd like to have some merch, but I don't really plan on making any money off of it. I'm not really here to make a ton of money. I like it to support itself. I think coffee cups are pretty good. Oh, did y'all see my coffee cup? Here, if Christy's out there, she bought this for me. There's a whole story behind that cup. Just not going to go into it right now. Okay. Okay, Vincent Gario. In lulls between new releases, have you considered battles between FF restaurants like Cheeseburger and McDonald's, fast food restaurants? I did that, but the problem with comparing products is you're making 2 videos for the price of 1, and there's a lot more work when you do that. But yeah, I would consider that in a lull. But in a lull, I think I'm going to do with my lulls is I'm going to do private places, and because they're not going to get me a lot of views, but I still like to do them. There's a barbecue place over in Cartersville that I've been meaning to do for the last year. That's a privately run place. I think it'd be kind of interesting. The only problem with those is what if I give them a bad review? Then I'm not going to help them any, and I don't want to, So I'm kind of torn about that. How many cats do I have? Brad Fife. Ooh. Well, I've got 2 that I can get close enough to, and then I got a whole bunch of other ones that I'm trying to get up to. I've got one, Checkers. I want to get Checkers tame enough to put in the videos because Checkers is missing about half of his head, and he's fluffy. And I don't like long hair cats so much, but I think it might add character to a video to have Checkers in there because Checkers let me pet her the other day, and that was new. But I got a big ass tomcat that's in the yard. I think we're going to sneak up on it. That he looks interesting. That he might get in the videos. Black cats are just hard to film. And I think Bella's getting good enough where I can take her outside and do some footage of her because Bella hadn't been outside for quite a while. Chad's watching me. Oh, goodness. Chad! You got my job now. Oh, Chad is one of the nurses. Shout out to Chad. How are you doing, buddy? Appreciate you sending me a text because, my sister is like screening the questions. I was trying to rip through some of these questions. Let me rip through a few before I'm getting really far behind now. Dang Sauce, do you have a TV show or sports team you look for? No, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV for 3 years. I used to just watch Judge Judy before I went to work, and I don't have a TV to turn on anymore. I unplugged it, so it would need up electricity. Where we got Pledge Surplus. Have you ever thought about doing versus videos? Yeah, I think I kind of answered that. I used to. I've done some. But it actually wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's non-standard, so it's more work, and I think I might devote it to doing somebody new. Where are we at here, Joe? What is the worst food you ever ate in all your favorite one of your favorite places? I don't have any bad food from any favorite places. Duncan, they suck. Wawa Baka Flame, what a name. How do you feel about Bojangles? I like Bojangles. Oh, I think I answered that when I was looking, because I try not to look. Bojangles, they're okay. They're still a little spicy for my taste. Loggy Mosey Studio. What do you think the best fast food for the price and the best tasting one? Don't fear the Reaper. The Reaper is coming for me. When you retire, next stop, the grave. Anyway, the best price, the value, got to be Little Caesars. That's why I like them most of the time. Sometimes I don't. Nitro Thunder, I work at Jersey Mike's. How do you feel about them and their customer service? I used to be a big Jersey Mike's fan with the one down in Canton. I like their food. They invited me to come in. They wanted me to shoot a video inside the place. And then the one up in Jasper opened, and maybe they're better now, but they weren't very nice to me when I shot a video there. There's a whole story behind that I'd rather not go into because I'm running behind on my questions. Maybe that's something I'll bring up later. But they weren't very good to me. They kind of yelled at me for having a camera. Brett Milliken, would you ever do a real-life Joe is Hungry live event fan meetup? Absolutely. I think that would be cool as hell to go someplace and get some cheap food and sit around and catch up. Have you ever, Chris Singer, did you ever get your internet figured out? Yes. I have hardwired internet here now. I put it in 2 weeks ago. They had to string cable across the street, and they capitulated, let me get it regular, and it works like a charm. It's not super fast here. I have 30 up, which lets me dual stream to platforms, which I'm doing right now. Are you a barbecue guy? Yes. If yes, best ranked or top 3 sides? I don't know. I like ribs. Biggin's has always been the top tier, except the last time I went there to get my fries done and things weren't really hot, so I don't know really what happened that day, where they're just having a bad day. Like, do you never reverse splash? Can you talk about the history of the big reveal? How has it evolved? It's evolved a lot. I used to have a Lazy Susan with the bearings half out, at that brown one you see in my older videos. I started spinning that, and then I got my cake platter here, and it just kind of get longer and longer and longer. And then I got some other toys. I'll show it to you. Where'd it go? I got my camera dolly, and it drives around, and you put your camera on it. So I do all sorts of things, and I want to get better at it. Brett Melican, there you are again. Any fast food for vegetarians? I'm not a vegetarian. My sister, she can tell you all about that. Not really. Where can I buy the shirt that you are wearing? It's not for sale. That was a prototype. It's kind of, I wanted it brighter, and I'm going to get into that and take care of some of that stuff, because I wear these shirts and people want them. I just want to find something that's just not exceedingly expensive. What do you got? It's not really trying to make money off of stuff. Will you ever do a fast food place ranking video? I could, there's no telling what the future is going to hold. What's your favorite movie? I don't really have any favorite movies. I haven't watched a movie in a while. Probably Fury. I kind of like that. That was a very interesting movie, tank movie. I like war movies. Trevor does everything. Are you married? Yes. Claimed Eagle. I'm a little bit late at the stream. Is there any good food that you've tasted in a different country? Something memorable? No. I do everything. It's all pretty much local. This fast food chain crap that's around here that rarely does very good. Lincoln Humphreys, have you ever played a musical instrument? I tried to learn how to play the banjo when I was like 9, and it didn't work. Not got it in me. My artistic talents lie in other areas. Echo Mon, are you always critical about fast food prior to creating your channel? Yeah. It all started watching, who is that? My brain is starting to burn out here. What would you say if Duncan wanted to sponsor me? No. I would not take a sponsor from a fast food place, because how can I review if they're paying me? That's no good. No. I haven't taken any sponsors yet anyway. In the foreseeable future, I cannot see an instance where I would want to make my videos have that kind of stuff in it. Zach Attack! Are you planning moving out west? Oh, that's kind of a general plan, Zach, to maybe move back to Tucson, Arizona, but that's years out. I have so much garbage here I have to get rid of, so many things to straighten up. I'm never going to run out of things to do. But Zach Attack, Zach Attack, he has a fledgling YouTube channel where he's doing food reviews. You should check him out. He's a good boy. I think he's got potential, but it's a long way. I remember starting out; it was tough. I can't look at my old videos; they're embarrassing. Skyballin', what's the highest rating you ever gave for Burger King? I don't know, 7 something maybe. I can't remember. I'd have to go look. I'd have to ask the Discord. They know everything. Rexip, what's your favorite type of food? Italian food. I eat a lot of olives. My mom was Italian. Kind of, it's in my genes. Is Diet Coke your favorite drink? Nah. I like Gatorade and water. I don't know why I'm still drinking this stuff. Do you usually take your seatbelts off in the video? No. Sometimes I do so I can move around in the car, but only in a very, very, very controlled space. With very few cars around, because when you're shooting the video and going around with those cameras in your car, that's actually quite hazardous. I got backed into once while I was shooting a video over at Sonic one time. That's why you see the dent in my door in my car. That's where that came from. So yeah, you got to be so careful when you're shooting videos. But a lot of times when it's really slow and there's nobody around, yeah, I'll leave it off so I can like turn around and stuff. Brett Milliken, you asked me again, what's the fanciest meal you ever eaten? What's your number score of the meal? The fanciest meal? Oh, I mean, thing fancy in ages. It's been down Midtown Atlanta. We went to some really, really cool, good restaurants. I used to love Ruth Chris Steakhouse till they poisoned me once. Gave me some fish that like killed me. I don't know. Oh, I was so sick. Never been back since. Yee, what I said. Do you feel like you enjoy reviewing baked goods, pastries? Yeah. I mean, when I pick things, sometimes I'm thinking about how I do the reveal and how that's going to work, and how, it's like the chicken thing. When I did KFC, that bowl with the potatoes in it or whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of an excuse to get my knife out. I figured I would just slash the thing in half, and that didn't work out so well. If you go up on TikTok, I showed the rest of me cutting that in half, because that didn't cut easy. Man, that was a struggle. I tried to chop it with my box opening knife. I ended up cutting it in half with a pair of scissors. Man, they make them bowls out of something. Moody, do you read books? Nah, I listen to audiobooks all the time, or used to. I watch YouTube all the time. I listen to YouTube when I'm driving. Okay, on average, how many passes around the restaurant do you take for the production of a single video? Lately, I've been pretty lucky. I'm only taking like 2 or 3. I try to keep it down so they won't notice that I'm there. And I might come and do, if I've totally trashed it, I'll go ahead and finish the drive-through, and then I might drive around a couple times so I'll have footage. But lately, I've been pretty lucky with that. When I did Culver's, this last Culver's, I had... one of my cameras were misbehaving, and I got to the drive-thru. I was given my order, and I had to stop and abort and restart again. Claimed Eagle, how do you get the idea to start a YouTube channel? I don't know. I started putting videos up on YouTube from my drone so my brother could see them, because he lives a long way away from me, and then I thought it'd be cool to do some reviews and see if anybody would even look. Because I saw a lot of the stuff out there wasn't that great, but they had people watching them. And YouTube's an interesting thing. It surely is. There are people out there that will buy subs. You can buy subs. You can pay them and they'll give you subs. And you can tell who these people are. And you go and look at their channel, and they've got like 5,000 subscribers, but their videos are only getting like 3 views or 6 views. Yeah, so somebody paid about $150 for some subs, but you don't want to do any of that. All my stuff's organic. I had a lot of help from Twitch, and Moist Critical, I think, was the first one that blew my channel up. Anyway, I think I'm running out of questions, ain't I? Okay, I guess let me go back over here where I can see the streams here, see how many people are left. Yeah, I think people are kind of scooting away. How long have I been at it? I can't see. I've messed up my little thing here that tells me how long this thing's been running. Yeah, you're going to bail? Hour and 30 minutes? Okay, so I've been at it a good while. I usually don't run more than about an hour. Wait a second. I messed up my screen. Let me give a few shout outs. You should make a video with Joe Bartolozzi. Joe Bartolozzi, yeah, he watched some of our videos the other day, but I've never communicated with him, heard from him. I've sent him messages, and he doesn't talk. I don't hear anything from him, so he's probably not interested. If they want to, if somebody wants to, they can, they can talk to me. I mean, Will Neff and Imru were probably the only ones that were really nice and accommodating there. They're really good people. So I don't know. My hair sticking up. Anyway. I'm going to read a few more comments, and I'll probably break out of here. I want to shout out everybody at work that works with me, that were used to work with me. I'm going to miss y'all. I'm going to miss June in particular. Helped her learn a few good English words that would probably get her in trouble. I'm just, it's just one of those things. Things change, the world turns, you move on, and you can't stay in one place and do one thing forever. And hopefully I'll be doing this for quite a while. So I really like this. And I've got to film tomorrow. It's almost 9 o'clock here, so I don't know if I'm going to I'll break the camera down and get ready for filming tomorrow. Yeah, that's another question. What about streams? You know, weekly streams, but I'd have to have subject matter, and I can't just sit there and rattle on about myself every night. That's not going to be very entertaining. I would have to think, you know, like I say, the first thing that popped up to mind was doing reactions to other food reviewers, but I really want to do that. I think that wouldn't be very nice. What I would like to do, which I couldn't figure out how to do with this live stream, was view a web page properly, and I haven't figured out how to get that formatted so you can see the web page and scroll through it. Because what I wanted to do tonight was to go on to Chew Boom and look and see what's out there, what's come up in the last few hours, and see what you think. Yeah, I got to work for selling merchandise. People will live stream them editing their videos. Yeah, I'm not going to burn out. Yeah, that's a good thing about YouTube. Just stop for a little while. Do I want to try games on Twitch? No, you got to be good at playing games. I could set my wife up to do twitching because it's really not that hard once you figure it out. Because you got to use OBS Studio, and it's not hard to put your game on there. In fact, you don't even need OBS Studio if you're only going to do that. If you're not going to physically put your face on there, you don't really need to do that. You can do that with the Twitch interface. Do you now know the channel Bird? Yes, I do. Oh yeah, he's got a huge channel. Now he'll occasionally come in every few months, leave a comment in my video, and I'm like, people were saying something about it, and I was like, what? You know, then I looked at his channel. I'm like, wow. Well, I mean, he watches YouTube too, just like I do. I watch South Georgia Hotshot. I am hopelessly addicted to his channel. I watch a lot of other stuff, mostly SpaceX stuff, because I'm really interested in going to Mars. Somebody else going to Mars. I don't want to go to Mars. Zack Attack. I know Zack Attack. Yeah, I watch his channel. He's got a little bit to learn yet, a little bit more to do, but he's got the right idea. You know, you can do it. You know, he needs some help. He knows how to ask. Anyway, I think I am going to break out of here. I appreciate y'all coming by. I see people are kind of running away now because I've been rattling on for a while. And, well, y'all be good. And I think I'm going to somehow figure out how to end this video. What does it? Free at last. That means... Oh, somebody asked me what free at last was. I'll go in with that. I'm not bound to a job anymore. I've been bound to a job since I was 16 years old. So I'm free from those chains because I don't have to work. Even if I scrubbed the YouTube channel, didn't pick up another camera, I don't have to work anymore. So I am free at last. Yeah, I hope I see 1 million subs someday. Anyway, you take care. I'm going to break out, and we will see you in the video tomorrow. I can't make my thing end. I'm trying to make my live stream